Hi, everyone. Happy Friday and happy holidays. I won't see you before Christmas and Hanukkah start, so I want to make sure that you do have a happy holiday for next week. And I plan to speak about the recitals and to post some stuff on social media about the recitals in the first week of January because it was I told this to everybody, and I probably say this every year, but I really mean that these are some of the best recitals we've ever had. They were the most orderly, like it was so smooth. And then the playing was just they were so prepared. So many students this time were playing from memory and playing from their heart, and it was just awesome. If you haven't had a chance to watch the recitals, there we live stream them on Facebook, so please go take a look. But yes, I will be speaking more about that in the new year. I'm making sure the next 2 weeks, starting tomorrow, that I'm truly taking a break. And I hope that you are too from our last YouTube show, that really taking time with family and friends and to recharge and to enjoy life, to enjoy life. I have already done a video for today, and then I spoke to Rosa Maria, and I didn't feel like it was fitting anymore. I want to speak about it a little bit, but I want to really focus on joy. That's what this Sunday is at church, joy. And sometimes, especially lately, it's been very hard to remember joy. I've been really depressed, and you guys know this. And I've never spoken about this before, but I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to. And this is goes out to all of the musicians and all the people and all the business owners and all the people out there who have experienced trauma, because we all have experienced trauma. This goes out to you. This hopefully will make you feel less alone, because I have felt really alone. And it's a way to connect again. So I promised our guitar teacher, Marcella, that I wasn't going to be talking about the hacking anymore. Not because I don't think it's important to talk about tough things, but because I don't think it helps anymore. I think it's looking backwards and not working on moving forward. I think that I have done some processing, and I think that it's time to move forward. It's time to figure it out and just to keep going and to not let it keep re-traumatizing me, and the idea of being hacked and the idea of being um taken advantage of, all of those things. And so that trauma for me, that idea of being taken advantage of, comes from a very young time in my life, very young time. Um, there were quite a few times that I was taken advantage of, and I blamed myself and I shamed myself and I judged myself, and I wanted to pretend like it wasn't there and put on a pretty face, meaning that everything was good and that I was strong and that I could do this all on my own. I come by that honestly. My mom does the same thing. And I just don't think it helps. It doesn't actually solve the problems. And in fact, it just perpetuates it more. And then it comes out, the trauma comes out in ways that we do not intend. Um, one of the ways that trauma has affected me is I have a huge need to be liked, and I do things when the threat of someone leaving, the threat of someone, abandoning, that to me, um, yeah, I've just had to compromise some stuff. I've compromised stuff at the school. I've given in to things not that don't aren't in alignment, and I don't feel like help. I mean, I guess one of the things that I love about this music school and can't imagine ever doing anything else is the idea that like you get to affect people for better and you get to help students. We try to find out ways where we can avoid some of the things, same things that happen to us for them. And that's, a lot of my motivation for doing this school and just thinking of new ways, new programs, new things to do to like meet the needs of people. And also, you know, I love working with teachers. I love working with teachers. And I used to be, if you don't know, I used to be a voice teacher here at the school for many, many years. And I like to give back a little bit by doing some voice lessons every now and then. But I don't want to commit to voice teaching anymore because I like to work with teachers. I love to work with teachers because the teachers are the face of the school. Um, that was a little bit of a tangent. I will just say that trauma has affected me in the way of being a people pleaser, but then also um, putting up with stuff that maybe I shouldn't have. But then it's also made me mean and defensive and hard. And that wasn't fair to anyone. And so if you're watching now, I apologize. It's not an excuse, but I will say I am working on it now. I am actually no longer dissociated for the most part. I mean, there are definitely times where maybe I still triggered here and there, but I'm actually feeling my feelings. And so I think it's a good thing that I've been sad. Would I want to do this for very much longer? No. Has it been kind of torture? Yeah. But I'm not gonna let the things in my life control my future and control my present anymore. And so I think talking about it today is good. But I also want to talk about joy. What what makes you joyful? What brings you joy? I think I've talked about it in the past, what has brought me joy, but it's changed a little bit, at least right now, while I've been depressed. What brings me joy? And the biggest thing is music. I mean, listening to music all the time, because I've been so depressed, I haven't been able to read regularly, just every now and then. I actually have not been able to do anything for any period of time. I have to go in from thing to thing because my brain has just been I just am worried. I have, having anxiety. I just worry about stuff and I worry. Yeah, that just fills my brain. So music is the one thing where I actually can like, it gives me space. So that, and then also connection. So coming here more often and being around and seeing you guys and hearing you and getting perspective and like that other people are going through things too. I mean, that I don't wish I don't wish like them to have hard times. It's just nice to connect. And so I think that connection and then also music have been kind of saving me during this time when I've been so sad. And so I encourage you to find what really makes you joyful. What, like, not what you think is going to make you joyful, but what really makes you joyful. Um, Also giving back, giving to others is also that as well. It does that for me as well, but not always. It's not doing that when I am so tired I can't think. Um, but yeah, those three things have really brought me joy during those times. And isn't that interesting that none of them require money, don't require any really work on my part, that they just are there? It's interesting. Yeah, I was going to get on here today and talk about my trauma story and talk about all the different things that I went through. And I mean, I think there's some validity to that. I mean, being able to talk about stuff. And I had never talked about my trauma before now. Never. But I don't think listing off my traumas to you right now is going to be helpful is going to I feel like maybe I would be if I were doing that now that it would be not for the right reasons. It would be to for people to feel sorry for me. And I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me because I've learned so much and I would not have been able to bring this music school and I would not have been able to do this stuff that we've done thus far and to see the amazing things that are happening to to students in the school, to the teachers in the school that would never, it might not have ever happened had I not been through what I had been through. So you just never know. So if you're struggling out there during this time, and I've heard from a lot of people, this has been a weird year, just a weird year. And maybe, my theory about COVID was right. Maybe we are finally grieving for the fact that our lives completely stopped for a period of time, and now it's caught up to us. And now we're finally going, okay, okay. Things weren't that great. It wasn't that great. And maybe this is a good thing. And maybe we can move forward from here. Doesn't mean that, your trauma won't come visit you in weird ways and we won't be triggered. Because I have definitely been triggered recently. Definitely been triggered. I would rather not be triggered anymore. To be honest, I'd rather it stop, to be honest, but we can't always control that, right? So we just have to remember what makes us happy. Can't always say that that works, but I have to keep coming back to it. I have no other choice. I have no other choice. We have no other choice but to find joy because the other choice is just not even like fathomable. Like it's just not even a. So I wish you so much joy. I wish you so much music during this time. This is the best time of year. It's my favorite time of year. It's we have so much to be thankful for. Gosh, that sounds so cliche, and I do not like cliches at all, but it's true. This is the best time of the year. This is the time we get to actually like take a break for a second and enjoy the coziness of like it's cold and apparently it's supposed to get really cold here. And we get to see the pretty lights outside and like the decorations that people do put up and then the Christmas music and just drinking hot chocolate and being with your family. That's all that really matters. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday and I'll see you in the new year. Bye.